Hello, welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I'm your goddess Euphoria. Welcome, 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 welcome over here. Over here, we celebrate divine love, sacred unions. We do not make justifications or excuses for none of that karmic twin flame BS. This is not one of those stations where I'm gonna tell you just wait on it. Or they wanna, they wanna have a baby. Ain't nobody said a bitch ass thing about marriage yet. You talking about having a baby? We not those. We not those over here. Goddess euphoria. All the things that's gonna make you feel a complete state of euphoria. All of that back and forth, going back and forth with a bitch, back and forth running behind a nigga, that don't make you feel euphoria. So that's not what we talk about over here. It's just not. But let's go ahead and get into it. I do my readings based off their chakras. There are more than the chakras that I read for, but we do from the crown to the root. And what's crowning this reading is creation. Before I started the camera, I was like, I be around the house making hella noise, just making a bunch of just unnecessary sounds and stuff. But what it really be is like spirits and energies like channeling through me. And I have a clear and balanced crown chakra, so I'm able to kind of test the weather, test the temperature, check the temperature of spirits, and those that need to come through, they come through, and those that don't, they don't. It's like a marching band, a homecoming. Somebody's recently been to a homecoming, or you're going to homecoming. We in that season, or you just out in football weather, going to football games, whether it be NFL, NCAA, or just local high school games, little league if your children play, stuff like that. And you may come into contact with somebody who will be important in your life, in your soul ascension's journey, at either of those places. But also with that homecoming, like marching band, get down. That's basketball. So bands, period. Just I guess it just depends on where you are. I'm kind of getting like Georgia energy, like in the South. Georgia, I'm seeing Tennessee as far as like football. In Florida, more so basketball, but like sports and marching bands. So just like high energy events, where it's a lot of, just happy cheering and stuff like that. And even if the team losing, is still like this sports competition, but it's all good, euphoria. When the whole stage is like, I'm getting like that type of energy with like sports too. So if you're an athlete, maybe and remember what that feels like, or what that feeling was to have that type of reception when you and your teammates run out on the field. But that's the type of energy that's here. Like somebody is coming home and it's a stadium full of people like proud to have you here, or it's a celebration of the legacy of something that you've built. There's that type of energy. It's a celebratory energy in the air. That's probably why I've been walking around the house making all this damn noise. So you may find yourself like singing more, speaking out more. We have the star card here in the throat chakra position. And the star is like, having nothing to hide, like, completely taking off your shell and just being who you are. So that energy in the throat chakra is like just saying how you feel, and also allowing yourself to just be freely expressive. I'm getting pan energy. Sorry, y'all, an alarm went off. The alarm is for auction hunt. So I don't know if somebody's like bidding on things, or like a casting of lots energy has come up in terms of like root works that people do, but they're gonna be like disappointed, because what's at the root of this reading is the Three of Knives. And there are people who sought out to affect your stability and your stability. I said affect your stability and your stability. So it's like they keep doing it. Somebody is not clicking for somebody, that they are not a fucking factor in your life, but they still want to keep making themselves a factor. And when you have that type of thing, trying to follow you around and kind of root you in a lower vibrational energy, trying to just command attention from you, trying to siphon attention from you or energy off of you, the best thing to do is to continue to place yourself in higher vibrational atmospheres and being a higher vibrational energy, because they can't meet that. Yeah, they want to siphon off of you, but if they can't meet that frequency themselves, like they straw don't reach high enough to siphon from you. So whatever it is that they don't put their straw into, whatever they're siphoning is not of you. And a lot of these people that be playing in this type of energetic work, like they fucking themselves over, because they don't even know what it is that they're siphoning. They don't even know what it is that they're summoning. Don't know how to deal with it. Don't know how to prepare for it. Ain't did enough spiritual work to prepare for it. Meanwhile, you over here crowning the reading a creator. Like you are what's at the top of your mind is the things that you want to see happen in your life. You may find yourself making plans, which could include like planning for like holiday events and how you want things to go. You may be planning like actual parties and stuff, or just planning travel. Somebody is getting ready to move, so you're planning that, planning an escape route for some, whatever the case may be. But it's like that's what's at the top of your mind. Like you're so certain. You're so certain. Your discernment is so balanced at this time. So if you feel that you need to get away from someone, then you need to get away from that person. If you feel like an environment is not good for you, then you know that environment is not good for you. Vice versa. If you know that going somewhere is going to get your energy up and make you feel better, like a homecoming game or, the homecoming weekend at the universities, especially HBCUs, because don't nobody do it like us, like that type of energy, then you know that that's where you need to be. It's like something from the inside is like pulling you towards something, and it's like a marching band. It's like yeah, 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 keep going. Dun, 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 dun. It's like your whole walk. Excuse me. I ate before this, so excuse that. But it's like your path to wherever it is or whatever it is that's going to give you a higher frequency vibration, and all of the loving relationships, not just romantic, but all of the support systems and stuff with the 9 of Wands, like people finally defending you. That's in the third eye chakra position. Like you can see, and also others will be able to see just as clearly as you can see, and just as clearly as you are creating and alchemizing and transmuting these energies is just as clear as people that are in your vibration will be able to see you. And you do have people that want to defend you in these higher vibrational spaces. You have someone waiting to, they don't, not actually like sitting around like, oh my God, I'm going to meet this person at such and such day, like Stalker Joe type shit. But like energetically, you're being pulled towards something. So that pull or that compulsion to go out, like maybe you've been wanting to go to like music festivals or something lately, and a lot of times at these homecoming events they do have like famous performers and stuff. So like that pull where you're making plans to go see somebody or to go to this celebration, not even knowing that what is waiting for you there is also just as high vibrational as you are. Just in preparation, you're of a higher frequency and high vibration. So once you actually get there and you're already in this state of euphoria for having arrived, then once you get there, there are people there waiting for you, like opportunities, connections, relationships waiting to be formed there. You may walk away from a homecoming celebration with somebody who 5 years from now, that's your bestie, that's your best friend. Like they ride or die for you. Y'all always there together. You got this whole new support system that is just waiting for you to discover it wherever it is that you are creating a pathway for yourself. So it's super high vibrational energy from a position of self-love, like you finally taking good care of yourself, and these connections are out there waiting for you. With the star energy, we're talking about performances. Maybe somebody is wanting to explore some type of expressive art. Like maybe you decide that you want, make a little mixtape, or you decide that you want to start singing more, or you want to audition for a role in your local, play group, what they call them, an actors guild or something like that. Or you want to, go to a Tubi movie audition. Like you can just start small and allow the effect to snowball of just going after higher vibrational activities and, events and milestones in your life. In the heart position, we have the devil. And I know everybody be a little scared of the devil and stuff like that, but the devil is also associated with Capricorn, which is at the top of the zodiac wheel. And right now, that's really all you thinking about. You thinking about like your highest self, your highest of heights. And you do have people who want to cling on to that because they know that that's where your heart is set. I'm getting like maybe you recently encountered someone who was still stuck in low vibrational nature, and you went ahead and cut it short. In the solar plexus position, this is the mother of knives, and the mother of knives not finna play the radio with you. It ain't gonna be no going back and forth. I said what I said type energy. Or, shit, being cutthroat about, yeah, I did what I did. Yeah, I did block you. And, or no, I wasn't sitting around waiting on you to grow up. I decided to just move forward. What you gonna do about it? So you gonna sit there and keep complaining, or you gonna meet me in a higher vibrational state? What you gonna do? Shut up or put up type energy. And that's what's leading you. And it's causing so much disappointment. Like in the sacral chakra, the Ace of Wands is like somebody wanting so bad to like create a situation where they can butt heads with you. But what you're creating is opportunities where you're the leader. It's me first. It's like, no, I'm going to make sure that I get me. I'm going to make sure that I feel satiated. I'm going to make sure that I am happy and content within myself because I'm rooted in self-love now. And I don't have time to like go back and forth and again play the radio with people who are lower vibrational or who just completely live in a lower frequency. And you don't get to try to like break open my heart space. You may have had somebody who tried to play on your top, like treat you less than, or try to put you in a position where you feel like you need them, or they want to see you grovel and beg or something like that. You could be leaving that type of situation. That could be the energy of you creating a pathway for yourself where you're able to get away from these type of energies permanently, because the homecoming is like you going back to your natural state where it is that you're supposed to be. If you was around somebody for however long a period of time and you just realize that this ain't good for me, like I'm not happy here, I need to get back to my natural state of just enjoying my life, of having a good time every day. I need my natural state of being. I need my consistent resting place to be in this creator energy where I feel empowered, where I feel like the world is my oyster and I can do with it what I please, or I can have my way because I will it and I'm exercising my free will. That's that sacral energy. That's what you're creating at this time. All of your productive creative energy is going into what it is that you want it to go into, not being siphoned off into people who want to steal from your heart space. Because when you get into this higher frequency place, you do have a light heart, and it's somebody who just wants to keep putting obstacles and situations in your way. So you may have old ex calling back. You may have somebody who is trying to present themselves as some needy, some little lost lamb that just needs you to come and doctor them up and nurse them back to health. But the minute you nurse them back to health, they go, gone. Like, we're not giving out our energy to these siphoners, to these bloodsuckers, to these leeches, to these parasites anymore, because that's all they're really there for. And somebody is really getting the message. Like, it's really starting to dawn on people. They starting to see the circumstances shift in their own life, realizing that, oh damn, I don't have such and such to fall back on anymore. Or I always thought after I finished running the streets I could just run back to you and we would finally be happily ever after. Somebody thought you were a placeholder. That's that double energy. Like, they thought they can just post up in your heart space and not have to actually do anything. They just sit there and take up space and block out other people from being able to reach your heart space. Thought they were able to keep you in a state of having low self-esteem and you binge eating and shit, so now you don't feel like you can find anything that fits you and now you can't be outside. They in for a rude awakening, because at the root of this is a whole bunch of disappointment, and you ain't the one who's disappointed. You rooted in love. The disappointment is what it was the catalyst. The disappointment and all the no matter how much you give into a person, no matter how much love you showing a person, it's like it always come back with you getting the short end of the stick. That's the disappointment that sparked this whole line of thinking. Like, you know what, man, fuck that. It's me time. Like, somebody is really in their me time era. Me first. Ace of Wands. Like, we doing what I want to do. It's my will. Let my will be done. Type of energy. And you should not feel selfish about it at all. You won't feel selfish about it, because especially when you get out there in the world and you start doing for yourself and you running into other people who also have that self-love that comes first, that's where your best relationships are coming from. Those who love themselves first, because they know how to pour it into others, because they have a cup that is already full. They don't have no tainted, no bitter, no poisonous cups. They have overflowing, rich, wealthy cups, loving cups. And y'all gonna make great memories together with the star card. 9 of Wands and the star. Like, you and your new crew, the people that you go out with, or you could like be hooking back up with people that you haven't seen. Maybe you were in a relationship and you kind of lost contact with a lot of people who used to be close friends with you. That's one of those things that, especially like the narcissistic partners and stuff, they want to like isolate you. And that's what I'm getting. Like, you were in a period of isolation. And that was constructed, that was contrived. Like, somebody who want complete control over you, and they just want to post up in your heart space and use your heart energy, your light heart, to protect themselves. They want you to be isolated because they want you to be the battery for them only. They don't want to share your battery power. They want you to just put all your power and your love and all your good higher vibrational energy and all of your good karma, they want you to pour it into them, and there's just no more of that. So they're being left in a state of disappointment right now. Again, somebody may have reached out, sent you a text message, tried to call you, and either the call was blocked, or there was some type of the way what is the Amazon Web Services and shit, the way these electronic systems been crapping out. I told y'all it's something about these electromagnetic energies right now protecting certain people. It's certain situations that you don't need to be in, and spirit not gonna let you keep walking into these places, especially when you're actively on a journey to healing, when you're actively on a journey to self-actualization, when you're on the path of coming into divine union with your sacred soulmate. It ain't gonna be, at some point it's above your head with the star card. After a while it becomes above your head, and other spirits, other shadow spirits begin to step in. So forces that you can't even see, things that are completely out of your control. I know I'm talking about your will a lot in this reading, but once you put that energy out there that you want things to work out for you and you only, that you can't keep sacrificing yourself for another, the higher realms begin to step in, and it's literally above your head now. You couldn't go back if you wanted to, because it's going to keep being so much interference. There's like an electromagnetic shield around you where these folks can't touch you. And that's what I mean by they are not higher vibrational enough to siphon from you. So whatever it is that they siphoning from is like some type of shadow spirit. And I don't have no beef with the shadow spirits. I'm a holy spirit. That means I'm whole in my light and in my dark. I'm not afraid of darkness, but I choose to walk in the light. But if I am going to go dark on you, I'm going to go dark on your ass in the light. Like, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not finna be in no prayer closet, no motherfucking witch closet, no root work closet. I'm not finna be in the shadows doing something underhanded and conniving. I'm going to press your ass right there to your face. That's that butting heads energy. It's like you having the authority in your own life to let people know, like, no, we're not doing that no more. I just heard that's dead. You may have recently told somebody from your past, nah, that's dead. We're not doing that no more. Like, we're not going back and forth. Like, I've seen this pattern in you before. I've seen how you will just take my energy and run off and don't give a damn about how I'm left to build myself back up. And you like, what I'm creating for myself this time, none of you will touch. And the spirit realm is supporting you. Like, when you really get in that energy of being just sure and not playing with nobody, and you keep making decisions that confirm to the universe that no, I'm not going for it, like blocking people, like when somebody try to catch up with you and they ain't no good, keeping the conversation short and sweet with them, like, nah, I don't want to hang out, I don't want to go, I'm not trying to kick it. Like, when you keep making conscious decisions like that, sooner or later it becomes like an autopilot thing. The universe will start to return to you confirmation that you're not playing with motherfuckers no more. And next thing you know, you surrounded by people who are actually on the same vibration as you. You surrounded by people who have the same goals. You're surrounded by people who like the same, hobbies and activities. And y'all don't have to all think alike. It can be a diverse group of people, but common ground is that you all love yourselves. That means you know how to love another. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. It's a bunch of people who don't love themselves, so they can't love their neighbor. And then you have those who have done the spiritual work, who are active co-creators with the universe. And y'all can get together and y'all can disagree and it still be fun. Like you see those social media videos of like friends having like debates and stuff like that. And it's like completely different opposing opinions, but everybody is listening to one another. And it's like, it's light, heartfelt banter. I'm seeing I don't know if y'all watch them, but the All Def family. It was like a subsidiary of Def Jam, like comedy. Russell what's his name? Russell. Y'all know Russell? Fat Farm Russell. Kimora Russell. Him. I forgot that man's last name. That's crazy. But but yeah, like he had like a channel All Def with like Kim on stage, Tony Baker, Pat Cloud, Megan, Tahir, all of them. And I'm seeing like that type of energy. You being around people where y'all could just have a good time. Y'all have your own separate styles. You all do your own separate things, but you can come together for common causes. And just, the common cause is just camaraderie, real friendship, real love, real connections. And that includes a soulmate. One of those people within those group could end up being your husband, your wife, because it's good energy. You both are active co-creators. You both know exactly what it is that you want. This is a common thing we keep talking about, that self-love. When you rooted in that self-love, like the divine union that you come into, that's the foundation, is love. And don't nothing get through from that. There ain't no rumors gonna get through from, the bottom. Rumors on the ground getting too loud. Please turn that shit down. That's what Jay-Z said on that Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix. So that could be relevant. Somebody may have listened to that recently, or go listen to it. I'll put it in the energy playlist. But yeah, somebody just, you stop playing the radio. Like, you don't play about yourself. You put yourself first, and you vocalize what it is that you need. And these people that you come into contact with, they're going to support you continuing to vocalize what it is that you need. They won't make you feel like, how sometimes, like, when you dealt with people who really didn't have your best interest at heart, like, you could be in a room full of people and you feel like don't nobody really understand you, or you never really got a chance to just fully be yourself. Like, I was one of those kids, like, people at school, like, my social life was the real me. And then when I got to the house, to the crib, because I never could really call it home, I never really had family like that. Like, big as many kids as these motherfuckers got, like, I don't feel close to none of them like that. Like, my best friends were out in the world. Let's just say the world was always where I could be the real me. I could never be the real me around people who were supposedly, family, or, at what was supposed to be home. And it's that type of energy, like, you deciding, let me just go ahead and cut off all ties and connections to these people who I can't be myself around, because, we grown now. Like, who finna keep hiding themselves, or who finna keep tempering themselves? Or who finna, like, keep being in rooms where as soon as you say something, everybody looking at you like you some fucking boogeyman or something? Man, I'm gonna go be with people who understand the joke. It's like aligning with people who get your sense of humor. They understand your vision. They support your visions. They're genuinely happy for you. Like, the kind of people who will show up to your ceremonies with, like, big posters and pom-poms and shit. Like, if you were an athlete, they the type of people who would, like, show up with a whole face painted your team colors. I'm talking about real deal, genuine support is what you're creating for yourself. That's that whole marching band. Like, these are the type of people who would, like, order a mariachi band to pull up on you and celebrate you getting a promotion at your job. Like, real deal, loud support. Like, really making you feel like you are who you say you are, because you are. When you stand up in that energy of self-love, you are who you say you are. And those folks who just wanted to post up in your heart space, a lot of them still gonna be lingering, still trying to sit around and watch what you're doing. But the most they gonna be able to do is sit and seethe as they watch people really genuinely love on you through, like, social media posts and shit. When you post an accomplishment, and then, your friends take you out for a surprise dinner or some shit like that, or, they book a big RV and y'all go on a surprise road trip or some shit like that. The most these folks gonna be able to do is sit there attached to their phone screen, just watching you live your life. Exes sitting there watching you live your life. That old karmic twin flame that you just could not seem to break that bond root work. They just gonna be sitting back bitter the whole time. They heart sinking deeper and deeper and deeper into lower vibrations, because they can't stop the jealousy, they can't stop the regret, fear, shame, guilt, and doubt. Fear that they'll never find nobody as good as you. Guilty because they know what the fuck they did. Shame because everybody see who the real problem was. And doubting if they'll ever be able to find real love ever again, because they know they don't fucking deserve it. And their heart sinks deeper and deeper and deeper into that pit, while you keep moving to the top. And everybody don't want fame. The top may be you just, get a promotion. You got that corner office. You making the most you ever made. You live in a city with so much to do. There's never a boring moment in your city. And you got a group of friends who always down to do things. And they also have good jobs. So y'all always got money to go places. And y'all just live a rich and beautiful life. You fuck around and have a vlog, or have people tuning in to see your friend group. I'm seeing, like, Judy Super in Tokyo, like that type of, dynamic where the whole team winning, because y'all finally, or maybe the folks already been like that, but I'm talking about specifically you. Homecoming is like you finally coming home to yourself and allowing yourself to thrive. Your soulmate is at that homecoming. All your real friends, the family that you choose, is at that homecoming. All the connections that you need, networking and shit like that, is at this homecoming. And homecoming can just be, like a filler word for whatever event it is or whatever plans that you have currently underway that are taking you back into that place of just pure joy and euphoria with your life. And motherfuckers gonna be stuck in the background, disappointed, in regret, hurting, depressed, because it could have been them. At one point, you would have let them sit in your heart space and you would have kept climbing that mountain and you would have kept pushing on to try to get the best out of your life and you would have gladly taken them with you. But they just did so fucking much. I'm getting the energy of somebody who just made it clear to you that they don't support you, that they don't have no love for you. They don't even know how to love themselves. How could they possibly love you? It's one of those situations where it could have broken you down that you had to let somebody go. But you did that shadow work. You did what was needed. Maybe you did gain a little weight, binge eating, trying to get over a breakup, but you back outside now. And somebody feeling a type of way about it. They hate how you out here dressing. They hate how you out here looking. I'm getting like, it's people in your peer group who they look old as fuck and you look young because you've actually done the work. So they jealous about that. They looking in the mirror, can't stand their own reflection, walking around with their head hanging down. And I wonder who's loving you. Somebody right now is thinking like they must be with somebody. They glowing too much. Who they giving all their attention to it? Who is putting that battery in their back? They so fucking worried about where you getting your power from because they want some too. They no longer have you, so they want to see, well, who putting a battery in their back because I need to find my way to that person. Still on their low down sneaky shit. And that's another confirmation that you don't need to take them nowhere with you. Mother of knives, cut their ass off. Cut them off. Get them out your space. Keep affirming to the universe that you ain't going for no bullshit. Keep speaking up loudly, firmly, boldly about your boundaries and what it is that you desire to see out of life. And you ain't got to be explaining nothing to nobody. You can speak up boldly in the way that body language is what, 70 to 90% communication. I don't know the exact statistics. I just know it's the majority of communication is body language. So you ain't got to say a word out your mouth. Let your posture speak for you. Specifically your heart posture. Let them know that you ain't going for nothing less than what it is that you know you deserve out of this life. Because you've done enough slaving for other people. You've done enough carrying the relationships for motherfuckers who don't have no appreciation. You've just done enough. I'm getting like that dynamic with like a 50 and Yayo or like a Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak. Like that type of dynamic. Like you really only dealing with people who are solid and loyal. And people who know how to show genuine support without always like being backhanded or without trying to undermine your success or take attention off of you when you need it most. Some of you came from situations where you never really got to go as far because you were around somebody who every time you were in a state of need, they would shift the attention off of you and put it onto them. So it's like everybody can't even focus on helping you because they so busy looking at this motherfucker be the more melodramatic. Like, we're not doing none of that shit no more. We off all of that. We Xing all of that out. We canceling all these motherfuckers in 2025. They will not be going with us into 2026. We don't wait until New Year's to make no resolutions. That's really what I'm getting to. Somebody is getting the ball rolling on their New Year's resolutions already. That's what I'm talking about. People who start like right at the fall mark, right after you come in from outside or in the summer, you still having fun like home, coming days or whatever. But as the weather gets chillier and chillier, you begin to apply that energy toward what you're going to be doing when the spring roll around next year. Like you getting a jump start on shit. By the time people start making New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year, you already got momentum. You already moving. You might already be on a flight somewhere. You might not even spend your winter days, your winter months in a cold place. You might be somewhere in the south of France or somewhere. You might be somewhere in warmer climates. Birds fly south for the winter type shit. Like it's a real elevation happening right now. A real elevation. Call it the rapture if you want, but people just waking up and not allowing people to keep siphoning their energy. That's what it is. Like the collective is becoming conscious that spirit is a real thing. Like not no bullshit religion. Actual spirit is a real thing. Entities are a real thing. Energies are a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people becoming aware of that. And those who spent all of their time being a fucking buzzkill, they the ones left to sit in the energies that they have summoned upon themselves. Because that's really all they doing. All of that constantly trying to siphon off somebody who is well above their league. way out of their league, way above their head. You ain't doing nothing but summoning that spirit of lack. You summoning what comes from greed, pride, lust, envy, gluttony, sloth, and whatever disfigured demonic entity is associated with that energy. That's all people doing, calling it into their 3D space, while you out here calling in marching bands and motherfucking celebrations and proposals and engagements and, you know, housewarming parties and stuff like that, bridal showers, destination weddings. You out here calling in all of that, and them folks in the background, sour faced, looking long in the face, looking like a mule in the face. Because the whole time they had access to you, they never had any intention of actually caring for you. They never wanted to actually defend you. They just wanted to keep butting heads with you. They just want to keep negating you. It's like somebody got off on like tearing down. Anytime you feel happy, let me take them down a notch. It's like that type of nasty spirit. So now they sitting in the pits with some type of entity that ain't gonna let their ass raise above a certain level of comfort. No comfort, basically. Sitting in disappointment, sitting in discomfort for however long it takes for them to finally atone for that bullshit that they was doing to other people, or however long it takes for them to pay their karmic debt. That just is what it is. That's what's being created at this time. And it's good to know that you on the right side of right, and that band is marching. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead and pick out your theme music and walk it out. Good times ahead. See you on the next one.